everybody listen to Darren Carter. Yeah. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, listen to a pocket party. Pocket party. They're wrong.
And we're back, episode 327, Darren Carter, the party starter. Listen, it's been a minute since we've done a podcast. You want to do us a favor? You want to help us out? Click that link. It says buy me a coffee. You could do a one-time little buy me a coffee, or you can make a monthly, payment, whatever you want to do. You could just help us out. Also, I'm available on Cameo, man. I'll do a shout out. I'll do a happy birthday thing for you. I'll roast somebody. I'll give an inspirational talk. If you know one of the hostages that got released, I'll do it. Welcome back. I like my women like I like my. We'll do some I like my women like I like my. You give me a list. I'll do my best to do every single one on the list. So go to cameo.com, look for me, Darren Carter, or just click the link and you'll see it. And to my right, the one and only, and I'm so excited to have him back on the podcast. We've got former NYPD movie star. He's worked with 8 Oscar winners, John DiResta.
Yeah, baby. Nice to see you again. Thank you for having me.
Also, John, besides being a wonderful comedian and a podcast partner here, he's a woodworker. And if you're in the SoCal area or pretty much anywhere in the United States,
I have people that will. I'll make a custom order and they'll rent a truck. They'll fly in, rent a truck, and drive home to somewhere in the country.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty wild.
Nice.
I mean, that doesn't happen often, but business is picking up. I just made a step up for a wedding. A guy was getting married like in 3 days, and the wife was complaining that the stage was too high. And as comedians, especially me, I'm getting older now.
Yeah.
You know how old I am?
Let me guess. You are, dude, I think you're 60.
I'm so old I joined SAG when it was firm. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Larry? Hello.
I don't know.
No, what were we talking about?
Yeah,
That's how old I am.
Yeah, a step. No,
I'm in a different comedy club every night.
Yeah.
And I don't like dealing with the steps. Some of them don't have a handrail. Some of them are in the dark. And so this guy said, look, my wife's complaining. You got to save me.
Yeah.
And I made him a cool double step out of reclaimed wood.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
guess that's something that person I never really thought about that before, like a step up, but then you can have a homemade or a custom made step.
Well, watch this. You and I have something in common. We did a winery.
Yeah.
Is it in Temecula?
Yeah.
And the step was like 13 inches.
Oh, that's
the
true.
average step is 6 inches.
Yeah.
The average step that you go in your apartment or where you live and is 6 to 7 inches. If it was made 100 years ago, it's 8 or 9 inches.
Wow.
And it's hard to climb up. So I had to be pulled up on stage. It's starting to catch up with me.
Yeah.
That guy Rocky, what was his name? The muscular guy?
Oh, yeah, Matt. Shout out to Skinny Matt.
Right, I had his name tattooed on my arm. Oh, no, you know what the joke I do is?
Yeah.
My son's not behind me either.
Yeah, no.
When I talk about how I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
And then I say, Matt's going to give me his kidney. I think you know that, right? Did you know that?
Yeah.
He's going to give me his kidney, and I look down at my arm and I go, I shouldn't have had his name blacked out. Like that's an option when you're a white trash animal that fights. Yeah. It's a funny joke. It's believable, too. If I just go like that, everyone's going to think they saw it.
I feel like you got more tattoos since I last seen you. Anyways, we're back doing a podcast. I haven't done one in a couple of months, and it's so funny because, I love doing the podcast. I love you guys for listening. Thanks for taking me on the road or the treadmill or wherever we go together. Thank you. And I've just been so busy, man, filming and editing and touring, and I love doing it. And the response, as you know, John, when you put something out there like that and it comes back and it starts getting like thousands of views, it's like,
it's especially for you, it's tangible. It's tangible. Like people. Just the other night, I did I don't want to brag. I was at the Junkyard in Slimy Valley.
Yeah.
And it was very empty.
By the way, it's a comedy. It's a restaurant called the Junkyard, and they hang things from all over the ceiling, almost like the Cracker
And they have a
Barrel
little
or something.
room in the back, and that's the comedy club, and it's in Simi Valley. Yeah. But if you're in with the in crowd and you call it Slimy Valley, as a comedian, they're all like, "Oh, how does he know Slimy Valley? He's not supposed to know that." But I forgot why I brought that story up.
But
I'm
shooting
not
videos and they go viral and people respond to them.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, thank you. So 2 women were laughing at everything. And when I came off stage, and there wasn't a lot of people there, but when I hung around at the end. I give out my business card for the woodworking. And on some shows, that's turned into as much as $1,000
Nice.
by the next day.
Yeah, wow.
You know what I mean? So you never know.
Yeah.
And then you have and then almost everyone puts that on the refrigerator.
You know what, you guys? Let me tell you something. Besides what John, not only will he make something for you, you've had this happen recently where you said a couple came to your wood shop and they, I guess, paid a little extra to kind of.
Well, they to close the deal. I said to them, they said, "Look, can you make this thing for $500?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I would like to make it, and I could use the money. It would have been more money." Mm-hmm. And he said, "What if you don't paint it?" I said, "You got a deal." I said, "I can make this. It's less time." He said, "Oh no, this was it." He goes, "We'll paint it at home," and then he goes like this, "I might get my apartment like really soiled." I said, if you could Zell me right now, you could paint it here. And I shook his hand before he knew it, he owed me $500. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying.
Tell
them about how it
to
happened.
have them come in my shop was really nice. It was really.
It's in North Hollywood.
It's in North Hollywood. Who knew? She was funny. They were a nice young couple. They're both trying to be actors and singers in L.A. And, here I am. I'm Father Time telling them funny stories. I'm cracking them up. And they did a super no-no. They put on their own music in my shop. Yeah. That's a super no-no.
And they didn't ask you.
They didn't. It's a disrespect of the highest order.
Yeah.
But they're young and stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They, from Iowa and, Boston.
Right.
And she started to, they put on Billy Joel, so I didn't mind that. And then she started to sing along with Billy Joel. Yeah. And it was really nice. It was really, really, really like an unusual experience. And even the drunken Mexican guy next door, I share a shop through a wall. Yeah. Later on that day, he's got summer teeth, some are here, some are there. He's bombed. All you hear is clinking of Corona Dark. Yeah. Even when I buy a Modelo, he's like, I want Corona Dark. I go, where you're at, I think anything's going to fuel the fire where you're at. Yeah. And I'm buying it, and it's $19.
Right.
So even he said later on, was that young girl, was she singing along with Billy Joel?
Play me the song at the piano, man.
Billy Joel.
Play me the song tonight.
She was singing Billy Joel.
That's what I'm saying. So this is cool. This could open up another option for you.
Right, and then I just, I go to I think I could say this because it's legal. I go to a marijuana store, and the young guy behind the counter says, he goes, how do I know you? I said, I made the bench out back where you take a break and smoke your cigarettes or your pot. Mm. And he's like, dog, I always wanted to be like a woodworker, dog. I don't know where to go, though. So I said, look, I could give you lessons, but it's going to cost. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I could make money without you there. So I've done it before, and you'd be surprised. Most people that want to learn how to be a woodworker don't have $100 an hour to pay me. You know what I mean? Yeah. But some of them I'll just let them work for free, like Huckleberry Finn. Yeah. Sanding and this. And the last 3 or 4 workers that I took on, maybe the last 2, after like a month were like, we don't want to clean up anymore, dog. We want to learn how to make stuff.
I know. You're just having to sweep sawdust.
But when you're the new guy, believe it or not, it's crazy. Yeah. I'm talking about guys getting paid. I give them $25-$30 an hour or whatever it is. Right. It's a lot of money.
It's like that Danielson. It's like Cobra Kai. You can wax on, wax off. Oh, first you sweep the sawdust.
That's funny.
And then you file my nails. What? No.
That's funny. And
but here's the thing, though, you guys. Listen, if you live in L.A., hit up John. Come to the wood shop. The way I like to describe your wood shop is very relaxing. I like that vibe there. It's like being in the country inside of the big city. Like as soon as you park on that street, you're like, wow, this is cool because it's semi-industrial, but it's near a bike
Tijuana.
path
It's Tijuana.
Yeah, in a good way, though.
And just the way it's built.
Yeah.
You know, all the wood over the
yeah,
plastic with the blue tops.
Yeah, you park, which is, and then you pull that fence back and you go down that alley.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to get a mouth sex from a tranny.
But it's
not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's a bunch of woodworkers back there.
Drunk.
Yeah,
drunk and laughing, and dude, during the day they listen to Hispanic Mexican music.
But what we're
really
saying
loud.
is, you guys can pay for this experience.
It's funny, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you get a tour. That's funny.
Yeah, but anyways, enough of that. I just want to say, I thought that was a cool idea. You know, besides you making stuff for people, they can come check it out.
But you know what he does at night?
Yeah.
This is a very strange thing that
Who's he?
no Hollywood right Juan. He owns the shop behind me. He's an extremely good woodworker. Every single day he teaches me a lesson and gives me real Mexican food from the wife.
Yeah.
Oh, and guess what they're opening at the front of my shop?
Taco stand.
Dude, tamales.
Tamales!
I have my own I have my own personal tamale.
Tamales!
Yep.
Yeah. Remember the first time you heard someone saying that when they were walking down the street? Tamales!
Yeah, I thought it was a missing kid. I ran outside to help.
Yeah. Male. Like Molly sounds like tamale.
No,
sounds like
I
Molly.
just, I'm from Long Island. We didn't have tamale.
And you know when you talk to somebody, when you do a podcast, you're like, save it for the podcast. So you started to tell me something before, and I go, save it, because I don't know anything about this. Breaking news. Did you hear about Joe Rogan and Mark Maron?
I know the story, the history. So Mark Maron, a couple of weeks ago, said, and it just coincided with his special coming out, so it was probably good timing. But he's on a few different podcasts was taking the piss out of Joe Rogan and his guys that all lift weights and are on steroids and all do transvestite jokes, and they're all hacks according to him. And today, with Joe Rogan had on a comedian, I can't remember, Fighter and the Kid,
Brian Callen,
and they started to discuss. Brian Callen actually said to Joe Rogan, "Did you hear what Mark Maron said about you?"
Oh, nice.
So Joe Rogan had to answer it. And Joe Rogan had a very interesting take. He said that Mark Maron is friends with a lot of people, and when they get more successful than him, it burns his soul, and he can't stand it, and he turns on them. And he listed 7 comedians who it's happened to, and he said, and now I'm number 8.
Wow. Wow.
He said his very first time at the Comedy Store, this is Joe Rogan, 21 years old, he steps off stage, first set, and Mark Maron says to him, stick with it, you got something. And he said that was like a big thing. You know how we get those when we're young kids?
Yeah.
You know, some people say that lasts 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jerry Seinfeld, was it Jerry? Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld, Jackie Mason. Yeah, you got something. You just gotta hone it out. That's Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason, you got something there. Keep doing your observations.
You know, I did a TV show with Henny Youngman, right? I don't want to drop names. Michael Caine told me it was rude. But I asked Henny Youngman any advice, and he said, never stay home for your price. Always be ready for the big one.
That's right. Was there more to that Rogan story? Was that where?
No, that was pretty much it. I thought
though.
that was the
That's
revelation.
Good. Wow.
I thought that was the revelation.
That he gets a little, yeah.
I knew Mark Maron when I first started doing stand-up.
How was he? Because I always thought he was pretty funny on TV and stuff, and then I got to know him a little bit, and it's like, you know what I mean. But as a lot of people, we all liked his podcast, and I know he's about to retire it. You know.
I think he did. I think he's
he
done.
did.
Yeah, I think that's done.
No, I think
I know my name came up on it.
In a good way or bad way?
Justin McKinney talking about his life story, and then he got a TV deal with John DiResta, and Mark, I think, just said, yeah, I know John DiResta. And guess who used to bring my name up on Howard Stern? My name came up about 2 or 3 times on the Howard Stern show.
Nice.
Artie Lang.
Wow.
He would do some of my sketches.
That's cool.
He'd go, yeah, John DiResta's got a routine when bums want to get in the subway and crack whores, and they want to get in the subway for free. And John's standing there in uniform, so he says, yeah, you could get it for free. Just answer one question. What's closer, the moon or Florida? And usually the bum would say, Florida. And John would go, but you could see the moon. You know, there's a million.
Oh,
there's a million of these questions to just to occupy your time.
Did you? Yeah. Do you have any more? Give me a question.
Okay. Name 3. This is a true one. This one happened to me.
Yeah.
And
so if I want to go through the turnstile without paying,
go ahead. Ready? Action.
Yeah. I don't have any money. I was wondering if I could just leap over this thing.
No. Well, I could let you in the slam gate. I could just open the door for you.
Oh, thank you.
You just have to. Are you cool if you answer just 2 or 3 questions?
Sure.
All right. You heard of the Brooklyn Bridge, right?
Yes.
At one end is Manhattan.
Yeah.
What's at the other end?
Brooklyn.
Okay. Very good. You're good at this.
Good. I never even seen it before. I just made it up.
What weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of lead?
They're exactly the same because they're both a pound.
Wow. All right. Get ready. You're almost ready for...
All right.
Can you name 3 U.S. states?
Yes, I can. California, Texas, Alaska.
That's it. Have a nice ride.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was it?
Be careful. It's always chain snatching season.
Ooh.
There was a poster that said it's always chain snatching season.
No, that's so
What
funny.
kind of warning is that?
Oh,
Yeah.
chain snatching season.
See, it's always, though.
Dude,
It doesn't
it's
even come and
always-
go.
Wow, it's always.
Do you know what Mike Tyson's last job was before he became a boxer?
No.
He snatched chains on the New York City
Wow,
subway.
damn,
He was
dude.
a chain snatcher.
That's funny. I was on Adam.
funny.
I was on Adam Carolla podcast. Yeah, write that down. I was on his podcast and we were talking about that. And I said, I'm big into the bolo ties because people really aren't. They're not really snatching bolo ties.
Oh, that's a good joke.
You know what I mean? I want to do a tour called Bolos and Cholos.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, so this really happened. I asked the guy, "Can you name 3 U.S. states?" And he goes, "See." He goes, "Miami." And I said, "That's 1." He goes, "Honduras." I said, "That's 2."
Wait.
He
Really?
goes, "This is easy." Upstate. I said, "Go
That's
right
good.
ahead." Yeah,
That's
that
good.
really happened. Yeah.
It's funny. Do you just let them go no matter what they say?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Oh,
Who
I got
cares?
some questions for you.
Go ahead.
For you. And you guys can play at home. So I was talking to my buddy Fraser Smith. You know Fraser
Yeah.
Smith. He played at this place in Solvang, and they're famous for their split pea soup.
Okay.
And split pea soup, it's called Pea Soup Anderson's. They went out of business. So this landmark that's been there for like decades.
Right. We all passed it going to Vegas.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them, I think. There's
Yeah,
one Solvang, one Kingsburg.
I don't think I ever stopped.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's I do like split pea soup, but I was thinking like maybe they would have had more success if they went with the more popular soup. So I asked the internet, what are the top most popular soups? So I'm going to have you and also the listeners, you guys can play at home.
All right.
Let's see how good you
I
can
would
get.
think a lot of people like French onion.
So you're thinking French onion is the number 1 answer.
I'm going to just take a wild guess.
French onion
Because I'm
is
smart. I'm not stupid.
I only have the top 12. French onion is number 6.
So I'm close. People like tomato bisque.
Boom, number 2,
lobster
tomato
bisque.
soup. You got tomatoes number 2.
And, of course, clam chowder is number 1. What's up, dog?
Clam chowder's number 3.
Ooh.
You got 2, you got 3, you got 6.
Lentil.
Back down to number 7.
Oh, all right, I'm close. Chicken soup.
Ah,
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah,
Ding,
there
ding,
you
ding.
go.
Chicken noodle soup, tomato soup, clam chowder is number 3. Broccoli's number 4. Minestrone 5. French onion, lentil, potato leek, vegetable soup. Split pea is number 10. Uh-oh. You just spilled all your drink all over you.
That's right.
And then number 11 is pho, Vietnamese noodle soup pho. That's going to,
Oh, I never knew that. There's a place right near my word shop
yeah.
that says pho. I never knew that's what it meant. That's like a noodle soup?
Yeah, like pho, like the Vietnamese PHO, pho. Pho. Yeah,
I do faux live edge. FAUX.
Oh, that's
You know
right.
when you see a big slab?
Yeah.
I
Careful with
recreate that.
Yeah. Let me put that coffee over there. I feel like it's going to, you've already spilled it once, okay?
Spilled it twice.
Wow.
I know. No napkins.
I know. Dude, so you were a cop for how many years? 12 years?
I was a New York City transit cop in the subway of New York for 8 years. And then the NYPD took us over.
Yeah.
And I became, at midnight, went from being a transit cop to a New York City cop at midnight, April 4th, 1993. Wow. And then I did 4 years in the NYPD.
Wow.
So I did a total of 12 years. And in the very beginning, you go to the NYPD Academy for 6 months. And then for 6 weeks, you go to subway school. And you go to the Transit Police Academy for 6 weeks. And they teach you how to sniff hot human piss for the next 20 years. There's a class on how to sniff human piss.
Hilarious. So the reason I asked that is I just did a corporate gig. I did a police banquet.
Right.
It was up in Kern County, which is Bakersfield. There was 800 to 1,000 people there. It was amazing. It was like the bomb squad, the gang unit, the sheriffs, the police. And the big-time sheriff in Bakersfield, dude, his name sounds like it would be a big movie star. It sounds like a made-up name, but it's his real name, Donnie Youngblood.
All right.
Donnie Youngblood. And it's Bakersfield, so I love my old-school country music. He was friends with Merle Haggard. He knew Buck Owens. Those guys are from that area.
Yeah, I did. Watch this. It's funny you say that. I don't remember what town it was, but it was up there. Me and Risky Betts. Because Buck Owens, was it you and me or me and Risky? The guy that booked us was Buck Owens' assistant.
Probably, I think it was you and Risky Betts.
Yeah,
Risky's a cowboy guy.
And when this guy, when this guy went for the job interview, Buck Owens had an unusual smile on his face the whole time. He was getting a sausage. So I remember that. So anyway, I didn't mean to bring that up about him, but under the desk.
Yeah.
But we were in like an old Knights of Columbus that all these guys came through. And the signage was really like Rheingold beer. And it's one of my regrets that I didn't just take a photo of me and Risky standing in front of this place. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. It was it was one of those corporate gigs that was it was awesome. The whole thing was awesome. I got there early during the day, sound check, had my own green room. The minute it was at the convention center. As soon as you walk in, it was like this. It has to accommodate 800 people. So the stage, there was it must have been 2 stories high. The backdrop was an American flag.
Oh wow!
So you walk in, boom, a huge American flag. Hopefully, I'll get the photos soon. I can post them. And then there's like a podium, and they had the lighting, the sound crew, and so there was about 4 hours before the event started, but I'm walking around a little bit and I'm meeting people. And dude, I love my bolo ties. There was other people with bolo ties because it's a really popular style there. The whole Western vibe and the different cops from I talked to this one police officer from Ridgecrest, way up in the high desert.
Right. You know who's from Ridgecrest?
Yeah, Dante.
Yeah.
And also that Navy base is up there. So he was saying we don't have too much, there's not, too much craziness up there. But anyways, we were talking and then they had like the special vehicles that they have, like these search and rescue vehicles with giant, huge tires that float, and it was a pretty neat thing. The hardest part, actually, to be honest with you, was performing comedy because we were supposed to go up after the dinner, after the desserts.
So you had how many people?
800 to 1,000.
You had 800 people scraping a plate while you were trying to do your shtick?
About 75% of them were eating. Yeah, dude. It was very... Yeah, it gets worse. Actually, I did great for what it was, and I'm because it's only because I had the experience I have. But I tell you, the situation was like the event planner was like trying to move it along. The whole night.
How many minutes did you have to do?
15.
All right, tell me what you would rather do. Can I interject real quick?
Can I just set up real bad, like the things I had to work against? So she felt like they were behind schedule. She's like, I know we're supposed to do this after the dessert, but let's start the comedy. Yeah. And the police chief was sitting at our table. He's the one that put it together. He hired me. And he goes, don't worry, Darren, I'm going to take care of this. So he went up there and he goes, folks, we're going to move it back about 10 minutes. So if you're eating, hurry up because these guys want to perform with what you get. He made a little joke like that.
Right, okay.
And then so about 10 minutes goes by. He goes, you ready? And I go, yeah, I'm ready. So then they hand me he hands me the wireless mic and the sound guy, something happened. It wasn't turned on. Oh, no. So the music cue, because when they introduce you, there's supposed to be music. Yeah. They put the wrong music. You'd like to go up to Black Sabbath,
right? Yeah.
Imagine you go up and it's like Mozart.
Celebrate good time.
Not even that. That'd be a party song. It was like some kind of classical, like
I get it. Yeah.
And then the mic's not working, and then so I did that whole thing of like they got the sound guy comes up, a different guy, and he fixed the mic. And I did that thing, where you introduce yourself.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah,
I was like, hey, DJ, remember that song we had earlier, which was ZZ Top, Sharp Dressed Man?
Right.
I go, cue that, but not yet. And then I go, you know him from The Tonight Show, from Showtime, 2 specials, 4 albums, millions of views, whatever I said, on social media. Please welcome, put your hands together and clap for Darren Carter, the party starter. And then the music kicks on and they clap.
Oh, good.
And then luckily the mic was working, and then I started... and it worked. I noticed, especially when I did the Snoop Dogg, I got like a lot of applause, and I'm like, okay, now they're paying attention. But it wasn't easy. I had to and also you have to find your light.
Right.
Like the stage lights, because the stage was lit, but then there was a spotlight right where you would want to stand, but then that's where the flowers were. And like, you're like, oh, boy, But anyways, you're gonna ask me a question, but it went great. And then another comedian went up, and his name is Ron Pearson. He's awesome, and then he juggles and shit. So they were really into it. Like,
nice.
Is he gonna fall off the unicycle? So
I did Kenosha about 2 years ago, and I knew going there. It was like it was a real comedy club in Kenosha, and you remember Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah,
he's from Kenosha, and you know what John DiResta and Kyle Rittenhouse have in common, right?
Gun.
We both crossed state lines to kill in Kenosha.
Yeah.
I kill in Kenosha.
Yeah,
it's right between Milwaukee and Chicago. It's right in the middle. So, I'm getting paid to do like a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday. You dig? Mm-hmm. So it's like 3 shows: Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And when I get booked, the guy says, he's gonna ask you, I think, if you don't mind, because he likes you, uses you every year. There's a benefit for a young football player that committed suicide. I go, what kind of benefit? He goes, it's comedy night. That he's going to ask you to do that at 6:00 on Saturday. So now I have 2 shows, but one of them involves a young kid that committed suicide. And I spoke to his mom on the phone like twice to get, she wanted to give me the story.
Yeah.
So I'm on stage, and there's a good 300 people. There's an opening act. And then people come up and talk about the poor kid. And then I get introduced. And I have to do 45 minutes, and standing to my left is a cutout of the kid in his football uniform with his helmet under his arm. Which show would you rather do, that one or yours?
The one I did. Yeah, the one I did was...
Dude, I couldn't wait to be done. It went okay, and I had a real moment. You want to hear it? I was trying to stick with my shtick, and it just wasn't hitting as much as I would like. It's a suicide show, et cetera, et cetera. It's at 6:00, sun's coming through and there was a really handsome kid up front. You could tell like he was almost like glowing, and I just to break the shtick.
Yeah.
I said, "Who's this handsome-looking guy? Everyone seems to be looking up to him." I go, "Are you famous?" He goes, "I'm on the LA Dodgers," and that got a huge laugh. He's the hometown hero. They came back because he used to play baseball with this poor kid that committed suicide.
Yeah.
But he's on the LA Dodgers. And everyone got a laugh that I didn't know who he was. And like I said, everybody was looking at him, taking his photo.
Yeah.
He's handsome. And I go, and someone yelled out, "You got a big contract." I go, "Where do you live?" He goes, "Pasadena." I go, "I'm not sure if you know this. I make furniture. I have a shop in North Hollywood."
Yeah.
And it got a huge laugh. Like I went right into the sales pitch. Like I know this idiot's got money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it got a really big laugh. It broke the ice, but it was 15 minutes in where you and I break the ice in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it was okay.
I do custom-made baseball bats.
Yeah. It was just a little real moment.
That's cool.
And then a weird thing happened. I remember every gig. I went across the lobby. When the gig is in the hotel, it's nice. You just walk from your room 15 steps. Yeah. So there was 2 shows that night. So the bigger room had the benefit, and I literally just had to cross the lobby and go into the smaller room, which was the comedy club, like 100 seats. And I couldn't wait to just be in a real club and kind of loosen up a little, and even say, "Look, thank God, that show's over. Now we got the real show."
Yeah.
And I said, if I sound retarded, I'm not. I'm from Long Island. And I hear a guy go, "Solomon Grundy's." And I go, "Yeah, I'm from Long. You can tell by the way I talk." And he goes, and he's naming places that I hung out at. And I'm like, okay, I'm up here 1 minute and I'm hearing, like, imagine the 5 places you hung out as a teenager. It's somebody that you kind of know.
Arthur's Toy Store, Dorsey Liquors.
Whoa. Yeah. Speaks, Hammerheads, Chauncey's,
Yeah.
Malibu.
Yeah.
We had a club called Malibu. We used to go watch the Ramones. Watch this. I don't know if you know what an adventurer I am. I used to not be afraid to go into a mosh pit.
A marshmallow pit?
A mosh pit.
Oh, mosh pit.
At a punk rock concert. Now I'm afraid of a peach pit. Pound it. You get it? The pit?
Yeah,
the pit?
Yeah, the pit. Yeah.
You know what's the most... I used to ski, surf, shoot a gun. You know what's the most dangerous thing I do now? Is while I'm urinating, I have a sneezing fit.
Oh,
and it goes everywhere. It looks like a crack whore pulled her stuff to the side and hoovered.
How can I hire you for a benefit? This is great material. This guy will do your benefit.
You know what's the most dangerous thing I do now?
Put your underwear on with one leg.
Is I have a sneezing fit when I'm going through a yellow light.
Ooh.
You ever do that?
Oh, yeah, because your eyes close on
Dude, it's this is it.
So what happened? So this guy's in the audience. He's yelling out, different locations as a kid. Were you guys neighbors? Or
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't finish the story. I turned around and I said, "Who is it?" And he goes, "It was Norman Schenker. He was a friend of mine all through kindergarten." And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was Norman Schenker.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he comes to see me like every couple of years.
That's great.
Yeah, it's nice. And you know when's the last time I saw him? It's funny, like we had a real moment. I'm like, it's Norman Schenker. And this is what I said. You talk about an inside joke. I said, this is the guy when we were in third grade that brought in lizards, snakes, frogs, and skeeved everyone out. He was the lizard king.
Yeah.
And I looked at his new wife. I could tell she was young.
Yeah.
I said, did he tell you he was the lizard king? And she was howling. Saying I had no idea.
Wow.
And it was such his identity for me. That's his whole, all I'll ever remember is he was the weirdo that had the lizards and the snakes.
Yeah, and he was a kid. He was probably under 10,
and,
right?
And again, I thought it would have stuck with him. I thought she would have been like, yeah, we have 35 now. And then, but dude, watch this. 10 years before that, Comedy Cafe, East Brady Street, the Bikers, JD. You remember that club?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm on stage about 10 minutes. So you got to remember, two or three people went on. I'm up 10 minutes into my sketch. A couple gets seated and sits down. And I said, look at this. I said, can I get you guys something? Like a watch? And he goes, it's Norman Schenker. And I hadn't seen him since like 7th grade.
Wow.
So there was 2 Norman Schenker incidents.
Wow.
Yeah.
One thing I learned from JD, he was the club owner there. This is good. This is a pretty cool thing. At the time, I didn't know how to take it. I mean, wasn't insulted by it, but it was interesting. He goes, Darren, I noticed you're looking mostly to the in front of you and to the right. You never look to the left. He goes, try to look to the next show. I want you to look into the left. Look straight, right, and left. Because these people feel left out. So make sure you look to the left. It's always weird when someone tells you what to do or what.
No, JD told me a lot of things to do. You know what he used to do to me?
But I like that though. So I
just do your act. You're turning them into animals. That's a quote. Just by messing with people, and one good joke deserves another, but between my legs hangs your mother. Yeah. People getting thrown out because I'm ranking them out, and they're trying to rank me back.
Because you're a rankaholic.
I am a rankaholic, and I was raised in it. You know that. I was raised in it. It's like being raised by wolves. You know what I mean? I was raised by New York City firemen, New York City cops, and tough New York women from Brooklyn and Queens. You know what I mean? That eat them. All my mom and her friends used to eat that 400-inch cigarette. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I don't.
A Virginia Slim.
Oh yeah.
Plus.
Yeah. Did they wear muumuus back then?
They had the beehive haircut. Every one of my mother's friends looked like a villain from the old Batman TV series. And forget it, we used to go crabbing. I was the original crab fisherman. Did you know that?
No.
We used to go crabbing for blue claw crabs at low tide. I lived on the South Shore of Long Island. There's all these creeks and all this, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could literally take all those out to the ocean. You could go to South America.
Where you lived in Long Island, was it pretty peaceful? Like, could you see someone just like living there and then being like, there's no reason to leave. I'll live here my whole life.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, watch this. We were just back 6 months ago. My daughter said, Dad, it's been 5 days. I haven't seen a bum, a tent, or any graffiti. You don't see any graffiti. Any. It's an unusual place compared to North Hollywood.
How far in Long Island? How far are you from the Hamptons?
Believe it or not,
because the Hamptons is in Long Island.
Yeah.
It's a big Long Island.
So watch. This is how unusual it is. Even though we technically lived on Long Island, in the 5 towns, it's the first town past Queens. So we lived 1 mile from New York City.
See, that's another reason. Yeah.
Queens and Brooklyn are on the end of Long Island, and a lot of people don't know that. So here's the unusual. From my mother's driveway to the Central Park or the Empire State Building, 19 miles. That's very close to be on Long Island. Now you could be in Manhattan.
Yeah.
But from where my mom is now still to the Hamptons is 95 miles.
Dude, that's so far.
Yeah, it's far enough.
Wow.
And then there's two forks at the end of Long Island has two tips, a north and a south.
Yeah.
And south is Montauk and the Hamptons.
Yeah.
And the top fork is Greenpoint.
Is one better than the other, or they're both?
Everybody, they. It's funny. They both think they're better than the other one.
Is there a difference between the two of them?
I think that the bottom one was just more popular for years.
But that's cool though. You guys lived right there. So if you needed to,
Mariah Carey's from Long Island. Flavor Flav, Pat Benatar, Lorraine Bracco.
I mean, now that you say it, if it's 95 miles, I mean, there's got to be a
Steve
lot
Buscemi.
of people from there.
Kevin James.
I heard Dean Larratt, the famous comedian Dean Larratt. I think he just did a place called My Father's Place.
Right, that's in Roslyn. And on New Year's Eve, I was in Roslyn in someone's living room.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I did someone's living room
that's
right by my father's place.
How far is your place from my father's place? That venue.
Where?
How far is your mom's house from?
Oh, okay. So watch this. Long Island. Here, I'll draw you a quick picture, even though people at home can't see it. But here's Long Island.
Yeah.
There's the Fork.
Yep.
There's Brooklyn, Queens. My mom lived down here, so we used to go crabbing.
Yeah.
And my father's place is on the North Shore, and this is 20 miles.
Oh, okay.
So Long Island's 110 miles by 20.
Dude, imagine if he asked you to open for him one day. I mean, I don't know. I know Dean Larratt, so I can probably make that happen. I could, if you ever wanted to open for him.
You're breaking up.
Okay.
No. No, listen. I wanted to do that gig with Dean if he listens to this, but I'm loyal to there's 3 comedy clubs in Long Island, like a chain.
Yeah.
And, they all have the same governors, where I'm November 21 and 22.
Oh, yeah.
So I like going to governors. I don't want to rile anybody up.
Oh, yeah. Some of these clubs can be like, hey, no. Oh, I know I was going to ask you, and then let's talk about this. There was this big opportunity that some comedians, some really household names had, and they got to go to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah.
And they were offered big money. I heard the lowest money was like 300. What did you hear? 375,000?
I heard 375 and 1.6 million.
Yeah, 1.6 million. Like, I don't know if it was per set or
I would assume
total.
it's one show each. That's the
so there's some people going over there. Like, who's going over there? Like some of those names, like Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is, I think, getting the Bill Burr, and you know who's getting a bad rap in the last few days, and she's both her and Bill Burr have the same.
Jessica Kirson.
No,
'cause she donated her money.
I think I don't know if she apologized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's supposedly $1.6 million. So
it's
that's
brutal.
Next
thing you know, the false news. It's brutal. That's Bill Burka. It's brutal. I mean, the party starter wasn't offered to go, was he? No.
So there was like a backlash on this. And
who's the girl that had a sitcom with Chris D'Elia?
Oh, Whitney Cummings?
Whitney Cummings today.
Hold on. Let me just read this. Some notable comedians who have performed at... Okay. I believe it's, from what I Googled, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Pete Davidson, Trevor Noah, Louis C.K., Gabriel Iglesias, Russell Peters, Tom Segura, Chris Tucker, Whitney Cummings, Joe Coy, Sebastian Maniscalco. Oh, and then it says Jessica Kirson, who performed but later expressed regret and donated her fee to a human rights campaign. Anyways, there's I guess it's a controversial thing. I don't know,
but Whitney Cummings today, said, I saw someone review it. So I was listening to other guys review it, kind of like, who are these podcasts?
Yeah,
and she was almost downright nasty. That was like, if you don't think we should have went, then you're a racist. That's all I see. Is that no matter what your opinion is on why we shouldn't have gone or shouldn't have taken the money, it's because you're a racist and you don't know it.
That's a good angle to defend yourself.
It was,
you know what I mean?
It lacked logic the way she worded it.
Yeah.
and it seemed
you're a
very
homophobe,
defensive.
or you're a racist.
And then they kind of intermixed it with Bill Burr going, yeah, so it's brutal. I'm part of the news, and and they distort every story. I mean, there's just the story. So anyway, they both had the same take. Like instead of just saying, like the guys reviewing it saying, instead of them saying, look, you don't want to take $600,000 for one set. You know what I mean? It was.
So let me ask you,
surrounded in excuses.
What do you do? So let's say you do get the call, like a legitimate call. Let's say a big time agent, not just some email. It could be a spam. Let's say, hey, hello, John. This is so and so on behalf of CAA, and they're doing a festival, and your name came up. They want you there, and they're going to send a deposit.
How much?
And they're saying it's $250,000, 5-star hotel.
How long is that?
20 minutes.
Can I talk about my penis?
You cannot.
You're breaking up. No, to answer your question, honestly, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And not only is it a lot of money, they're saying now other countries are going to start just to try and open up this universal.
Wow.
You and I are making a couple of grand and we feel lucky. Imagine you have 7 gigs on the books that all pay $500,000 a set.
I know, because I was going to.
These heavy metal bands make that kind of money. You know that, right?
I was going to make the money go higher and higher because then one guy turned it down and they offered him double.
Right. Well, here's the take, because people are asking me, because I'm a comedian, and I say I have my honor. I didn't go.
That's right.
Granted, they didn't ask me. That same night, I was at the Punjab Palace. I got paid in baba ganoush and hummus. I think I would have rather make $1.6 million.
Would you go for chicken wings, 2 drink coupons, and
the funniest
a day
story
pass to the Ventura County Fair?
The funniest story ever is I did a stand-up gig at like Sammy Hagar's Cantina, Highland in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Someone put a stand-up show up, and the pay for the comedians was 10 street tacos. Those are the little foldy ones, the soft. They cost the place 20 cents each to make.
Why don't they just call things tacos? Why do they got to throw the word street in it? It makes it sound more.
But it was so. Here's the rub.
Yeah.
It's
10 tacos.
It's 10 street tacos.
Let's do some
3
math.
comedians.
3, and 1 left over.
Now there's an argument as to who's got more credits versus who's done more sets.
Yeah.
Dude. And it was down to me and Perry Kurtz, and I heard him yelling, I've been doing it 20 years longer than that fucking guy. Excuse the French.
Yeah.
Beep. Guy.
Dude.
Well, I'm just saying, that's the ridiculousness. While these guys are making $1.6 million, think about it. A lot of people don't live in America. Their Instagrams and their Facebooks could have gone through the roof.
I know.
So it's a strange world we live in.
Dude, I got a question for you. I know it's crazy, right? You guys think about that in your own lives. Would you do it? Would you not do it? I mean, it's kind of, you got to kind of do it, right? I mean,
you have a wife and kids and bills.
I know. You know what I would do? And I would do this. I would ask my wife. Whatever my wife says, I do it. That way I'm like, keep her happy.
It's brutal.
You know?
Everybody's got their opinion. I'm like, yeah.
I know. Do you know how many? Dude, you would do it in a heartbeat with that taco story. You're like, fuck having people at my wood shop playing their music. I'm gonna do 1.6 million.
100%, dude. 100%.
Okay, here's what I want to ask you. Have you ever given this any thought? Do you have any pronouns, or do you even have to use a pronoun?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think my pronouns are, I'm from New York. I'm sarcastic. My pronouns are ball buster, a-hole, maggot, douchebag,
right,
dirtbag, right?
Yeah. I heard some jokes like he's country, his pronouns are hee-haw or Michael
Well, dude,
Jackson.
I haven't yet to use this joke on stage, and I think maybe I told you I'd buy you dinner for it. But
please do.
I used to be so fat. You know how fat I was?
How fat were you?
My pronouns were they and them.
Yeah.
And that got a laugh amongst just off stage.
Do it, because I don't.
No,
do
but
that.
I want to work out a bit for my stand-up that you might be able to help me with. But we're not. I won't say the F word, but it would sound better if I could say it.
Yeah.
But let me just preface
say
it.
it. You could say it.
Okay. Well, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Every time we watch all these cop things,
Yeah.
right? All we do is watch cops interact and beat people up all day long. That's all I watch.
You mean when you're scrolling?
On the phone.
Yeah.
I doom scroll. I am addicted.
Yeah.
I got to see girls with big asses, big hips, hairy underarms, and cop riots and people being run over. Especially the people that lock arms and they get caught under the tire. I love it. I can't get enough. Yeah. So, I want your badge. What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? I was a New York City cop for 12 years in the 80s. Okay? You know how we answered that question?
How?
Go ahead.
What's your name and badge number?
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Actually, my badge number is just a letter U, and my last name is Fuck. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Fuck you.
And my shield number is 081U812.
Oh, I like that. Van Halen.
I81U812.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So check this out, man. This is my son. His school newspaper came out. My wife goes, Darren, read this paragraph. And I go, okay, I'll read the paragraph. I'm going to change the name. I don't know why. This person puts this out there. It's in the paper. But I'm just going to do what I think. I just don't want to put their whole name out there. So, Lisa Burke. It's a fake name, by the way. I just have to do it. I don't know. Something's telling me use a fake name. Fuck it. Lisa Burke is a new math teacher at Burbank.
Okay, here we go.
Students call them Teacher Burke, and they use the pronouns they, them. They are 27. Their birthday is May 2nd. They have 2 cats. It says this. Polly Pocket and Guppy. Teacher Burke teaches algebra and geometry. And you would find their classroom in the second building on the second floor. Teacher Burke was working at John, blah, 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 teaching 6th graders before they became a teacher at blah, blah, blah. Burke was involved with a lot of math. It just goes on and on. They saw a position opened up, and they took the opportunity, and they thought the best way to mentor them against was a class. It just goes on and on, dude. It's like their goals for them, and it's so annoying. It's like I feel like that's a fad, and we're gonna look back.
Well, did you see the survey that came out today?
Tell me.
And it's funny, you and I wouldn't have been able to talk about this 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Some kind of survey came out that people, young kids at least, I guess, or tweens, that want to transition has fallen off by 50%. So they're labeling it as a fad. It's really strange.
I know.
And it's a fad that's attached to people losing their genitals.
I know.
At least I lost my genitals when I got married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was something came out of it. I have a smooth spot. You know that, right?
I lost my balls.
No, I was married 33 years. I have a smooth spot.
Oh, gosh.
It's called a fuzzy New Jersey.
That's funny.
Oh, hold on. I wanted to tell you the story. Remember you said fans are showing up and people know your act or whatever?
Yeah.
So 2 ladies at the junkyard said to me the other night as they walked out, we saw you in Miss Congenialities after you said it at the other show. We saw you. I said, what show? Up in Ventura at the Black Bear. You did a good job that night, and you were funny tonight. I said, thanks. And then I realized it was a year ago. I opened for a lesbian comedian that had 200 lesbian couples in the audience. And they were nice enough to have me on, but they said, just keep it above the waist. You know, don't be derogatory.
Yeah.
Because with this accent, I sound like a racist.
Yeah.
I'm not a racist, but my jokes are. All right? How can I not be? I was raised by wolves. I was raised by New York City firemen and cops.
Yeah.
Dude, I was smoking cigarettes and doing mother jokes at 10 years old. I was Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
At 10 years old.
So you did that show for them.
Okay, so you're fun. Yeah, wrap it up. So watch this. It was all it was an all lesbian show, 400 lesbians, and I'm thinking they're going to be like Howard Stern lesbians. You know what I mean? Like porno lesbians.
Yeah.
And it was just the opposite. It was 400 people with a gray, dried out mullet
Oh, no.
It's the women that you see with the fanny pack that work at the used bookstore.
Yeah.
From the stage, I could smell the cat piss.
Ooh, and the cat hair on you. Oh, my gosh.
It was a 2-cat minimum.
Hey, let's catch the audience up with you. That's funny, 2-cat minimum. Yeah. We're going to just go through this super fast.
Go ahead.
For the longtime fans, listeners, fans, you were married for 33 years, and then sadly, your wife...
Yeah, my friend went to the big flea market in the sky almost 4 years ago.
Damn.
And for the people at home, I dated a young girl named Adrian.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
For about probably 8 or 9 months, and I woke up one day and she had broken up with me out of nowhere, and I didn't really know how to feel about it, and I got into my pickup truck and I had a really good stereo, and a Pantera song came on with this really heavy riff in the beginning, and all of a sudden I was on Lancashire at a red light, and I busted out crying. Tears of joy. Because I went from being married to 33 years to kind of meeting this young girl, and next thing you know, all of a sudden it hit me that now I don't know anyone, a phone call, I don't know anybody, it was weird. And so just to answer your question, about 8 or 9 months ago, I started texting with a beautiful young lady named Leslie Belli, who's now my girlfriend, and we went to high school together. That's how crazy the story is. Yeah, 45 years ago, we used to go to the same functions, the same parties, but for some reason, I don't ever remember seeing her, but she was like very attractive. It was I tell her all the time, it was like a Bigfoot sighting. People would be like, fucking Leslie Belli was here.
Did she know you from back then?
Not only did she know me.
Oh, she did know you
Oh,
back then.
dude, she had a crutch on me.
Wow.
And I never knew it. And I said, had I known this, we would have been married for 45 years.
Wow.
Probably.
No, were you when you're with your height of your fame, you were pretty
right.
You were pretty heavy
99.
guy.
Yeah. Oh, and I said to her, if you knew me from all the way back then you went to a movie and saw me and I was fat, I had more chins than a Chinese phone book.
Yeah.
In Miss
Did she know it was you in the movies?
She knew it was me and thought I was still good looking.
How much do you weigh now? About?
All right. Well, I was 255 is the highest. Today I hit my goal weight 171.
171.
Ozempic, expensive but cheaper than blow. Ozempic, it lets you know when to go. That's a diarrhea joke.
Yikes.
Yeah, hello.
So, how much do you think you weighed in high school back when?
No, I actually know. I was probably like 165, 170 on the football team.
Yeah. And so then, now you're back to this weight.
Well, watch basically. This. Then in the New York City Police Academy, I was in the fat squad.
205.
205. Then I went up to 255. Then down to about 190. And then the Ozempic got me down to about 170, 175. And on a lighter note, Leslie lives in Boca Raton, Florida. So it's a bit of a long distance thing.
What's closer, Boca Raton, Florida,
or Pennsylvania,
or the moon?
That's funny. Either joke is funny.
Yeah,
yeah. You could see the moon.
Hey, have Leslie
listen.
Relocate to the moon.
There was we did that as transit cops, but there was Metro North cops.
Yeah,
Metro North was just a different police department, but they worked in the train too, and they were on video messing with guys, and they got in a lot of trouble because it looked racist.
Yeah.
It's funny to tell the story, but when you're making a guy look like a schmuck, and there's 3 cops all laughing in his face, and he's homeless.
Dude, I saw a video, but people do that all the time now. Like with
it's
TikTok.
shenanigans.
No, but with TikTok, Instagram, I mean,
it's just shenanigans.
They're not in police uniforms. But,
no, but I know what you mean. Like my nephew, he doesn't. He all he wants to do is eat cat food in a store, and that's what he does on the internet. You know what I mean?
And he gets
why learn and go be funny?
Right.
You could eat cat food.
I saw a video today. It was a guy showing a clock, like an old school clock. Like it was, and the time was 6:45. The little hands on the 6, big hands on the 9. And he was walking up to people. What time does this clock say? And then nobody, everybody that on the final video, nobody knew the answer.
Oh, because they can't even tell time.
Right. Cause
my goodness,
I guess
I never thought of that.
This generation, you're used to like,
God,
boom,
I know.
You click your phone. Oh,
dude, how did we get to stand-up gigs before we had this?
I know.
How did we get to stand-up gigs?
I know.
I have old notebooks and it's written 31 miles exactly, get off Route 7.
Yeah.
31 miles, again, make a left at, Jake's Way.
Yeah, I would do I always reset my odometer. That way I know how many miles. I know. Oh,
dude, the first road gig Fran and I ever went on, this is a funny story. I got a gig in Pennsylvania, Lancaster, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hotel, everything's included, food. So me, Fran, and 3 kids, ages like 2, 4, and 6.
Was Adrian there? She wasn't born yet.
No, she wasn't born yet. That's right.
Ew.
We go, and it was this far on the map, literally 2 inches.
Yeah.
And it wound up, it was like 271 miles.
Oh, my gosh.
And dude, in the fog, who knew we were going to hit fog?
Oh, no.
And Fran yells, "That's the exit!" Now what do? You get off at the next exit. You don't have the directions.
You know what's interesting is, but I think what's good about us, that because we grew up before like GPS and this and that,
right?
And, I used to have my maps and whatnot. You kind of, I kind of know directions, I guess.
Yeah, so do I. I
know
when someone says to me they don't know north, south, east, west,
know.
I instantly think I can't even be near this person.
Because we know the sun, especially in California. It's easy because you're like the sun sets in the west. So I know
all that.
It's going to be over there, and then if you know west, then that's north. You know that. Anyways,
I know all that.
I was up in the Bay Area this week with my my buddy, and he is just so used to his GPS. Dude, this guy, he gets lost so easy. And then the second night we're leaving the gig, he's like getting ready to turn the wrong way. I go, no, you got to go out of the driveway. We go left, and then we go to Bascom, and then we turn left. Then we go about 2 exits, and there's the freeway. I go, after that, I don't know, but I know how to get us to the freeway. And he's like, how do you know that? You have a great memory. And I'm like, well, I know that I could tell you.
That same experience,
Yeah.
the first time it ever happened to me was with you. And we left a gig in Anaheim where I was dirty.
Oh, yeah. I love that
And you
gig.
were disrespectful, the woman thought.
Oh, yeah, where I go, all the sexy ladies, let me hear you say it. And it was a corporate gig, and all the people would go, make her say it, Paula, make Paula say it. And I go, where's Paula? And it was this lady, and she was laughing and blushing, and I go, come on, Paula, say it. And they go, Paula. I go, come on, Paula, you got this. Anyways, long story short, afterwards, you cursed and you were scared you weren't going to get your money.
Right, I ran. If you remember, I ran to the parking
lot. And you
lot.
hid in the bushes and you left your belongings.
I left my diabetes kit.
You left everything, the notebook, everything. And then I went to go say, because they were looking for you, because they wanted to have a quote word with you. And
I didn't want to hear it.
He's gone. And so I thought, you know what? I don't care. So I went up to the lady and I go, hey, thanks for having us. And she goes, can I just say a word to you, please? And I go, yeah. And she goes,
you thought it was all me.
Yeah, I thought you were in trouble.
100%.
I was like, oh, great, I'll tell him what she says. But she goes, you don't tell a woman what to do.
Yeah.
I work in HR, so I might have a line at my door on Monday with people thinking they can just boss me around and tell me what to do. When you told a woman, make that noise, that god-awful noise.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah. That's what she said. Like, as if, everyone's going to be, yo, Paula.
They're going to steal your shtick.
Anyways, it was crazy. So what's your point about getting lost? We're trying to find
watch this. So that was a bad enough experience because I ran to my car and dude, you don't even know this. I had to take, you know how they load in for a rock band?
Yeah.
I ran backstage and all of a sudden I made a right, and I'm in a hallway
that
that was like a quarter of a mile long. It was just a long moving hallway with scratches on the walls.
That's right. The show was at House of Blues.
Yeah, and I opened the exit. And I didn't even know where I was in the mall.
You're like, get me out of here.
And I open it, and I'm 5 feet away from you being yelled out in front. So I couldn't go back in.
Right.
I let the door shut slowly, and I slinked along the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And I hid behind a bush, and I texted her and said I was having a diabetes thing. I had to go get sugar or something.
Yeah.
That's why I ran away.
Remember you were hiding in the bushes.
Yeah,
funny
for real.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, I'm already frazzled enough. You're driving like making a right on a dead end and a left. And I go, the 405 is right there. It's that way. And you're going, Waze is telling me, right? Yeah. Like we're in a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near a highway. And I go, you could break away from that and make your own choice.
you're like F technology.
Same with Kevin Alderman one night. We had a gig in Huntington Beach, and he's going the opposite way. Yeah. We're late already, and I go, Huntington Beach is that way.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, that's what it's telling me to do, man.
Yeah.
It's brutal. You get the ways, and they tell you Saudi Arabia. We're like, what am I going to do? I didn't even meet the king.
Yeah. All right, John DiResta, another great episode, man. We could do.
Oh, give a shout out to Leslie.
Shout out
Leslie
to
Belly.
Leslie in Boca Raton. By the way, dude, you want to do this again? We got to do this again, and not wait every couple months. This is fun. There she is. Let's do it. You guys, thank you. If you like what we do, share this episode. Leave a comment, especially on YouTube. It helps the algorithm. And if you want to reach out to John DiResta through his Instagram, and if you want to click that link, it says buy me a coffee. And please do it. Every little bit helps. We thank you. And I'm also available for Cameo. Personal shout out. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. And
all right. Can I just tell Leslie I love her? She wants to listen to this.
Yes.
Can you tell her for me?
John has something he'd like to tell you.
I love you. I can't wait to see you.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to The Pocket Party.